Last night, under the Friday night lights, semifinals of the OIA's Red Division playoffs. This is our high school blitz. I'm Robert Kahuku, joined by Jemai Webster and Brandy Hegan.
Now on the high school blitz from last night, Kahuku, Lelehua, and Campbell versus Farrington.
Mules and Governors unbeaten coming in. Also on the high school blitz, a look ahead.
ILH is down to a one-game playoff.
And the OIA's White Division finale goes down next Friday. Let's kick off our high school blitz. In game one last night, West 1 seed Lelehua, undefeated this season, versus the 2 seed out of the East, Kahuku. Red Raiders eliminated the Mules in the same game last season before they were DQ'd for using an ineligible player.
Now both teams threw picks on their first possessions. Then Kahuku got this stuff by Kuje Tapusoa.
Both teams' defense tough in the first half. This was the only score before the break.
Viliami Levi to Mikeli Fiso. Final play of the first half, 37-yard touchdown.
PAT was no good. 6-0 Red Raiders at intermission. Third quarter, Keenan Saadanaga to Russell Siavili.
That's a 1-yard score, making it 9-7. Sadanaga, though, he threw 3 INTs in the game. 2
of his INTs to Evan Ramirez. Big story, Aufango Wiley.
Kahuku running back went off. 31 carries, 224 yards. Aufango Wiley, what he was able to do on the ground, his great play, he's been consistent week in, week out. He was big tonight.
Oh, definitely. That kid's got a lot of heart. He's a great kid. He works hard. Evident, tonight we're able to use him a lot because his work ethic, he's conditioned to do this, but man, he took a pounding, and he kept going. And, we're just blessed to have him.
Whatever happens, win or lose, it doesn't matter. As long as we lead everything on the field. And, if we have the opportunity to move on, we'll do that.
9-7, the final score. Mules' first loss of the season. They can still get into states, though, if they win next week's third-place game in the OIA playoffs.
So, who's going to face Kahuku for the OIA crown next Friday? Last night's other semi, match West number 2, Campbell against unbeaten top seed out of the East, Farrington, led by running back Tyler Taumua, the only 1,000-yard rusher in the Division I ranks.
Govs got on the board first. Travis Taumua with a 7-yard TD toss to Toma Barrett.
Tyler Taumua, 1,377 yards rushing coming in. That's his 16th touchdown of the season.
Ahead to the second quarter now. Sabres trailing 14-6. Tamapua picked by Jarrell Umali. Then he went to work after the INT.
Had himself an escort. Umali took it the distance. 80-yard INT for TD.
In the third quarter, Taumua again into the end zone. That made it 27-12.
Enter Isaac Hurd at QB for Campbell, replacing Justin Tagosue, and he delivered this to Keone Piceno, cutting the lead to 27-18.
Ensuing kickoff, a successful onside kick. That led to a touchdown, 27-24.
And this is how Farrington closed it out. Laying some hat. Daniel Prescott doing the honors.
A great game. Final score 27-24. Govs perfect 10-0. They meet Kahuku next Friday in the OIA championship game.
Now Campbell and Lelehua not out of it. Remember, they battle next Saturday for third place in the league's final spot in states.
The lone berth into states out of the ILH, that'll be determined next Thursday in a 1-game playoff between Kamehameha and Punahou. Buff and Blue forced a tie for the league's regular season title Thursday by holding St. Louis for the second time this season.
St. Louis tried to play spoiler Thursday night, trailed 17-0 at halftime.
To 24-0 on the opening drive of the third quarter. Larry Tuileta hooking up with Steven Lakalaka.
Lakalaka scored 2 touchdowns for the Buff and Blue, then held on.
Crusaders scored 19 unanswered before Zach Hernandez iced the game with his 20-yard pick 6 off Kavai Mook Garcia. Final was 31-19.
Steven Lakalaka's been a workhorse this season. Almost 900 rushing yards with 10 touchdowns. Pretty simple. Next Thursday, Punahou Kamehameha, 1 game. Winner gets into the state tournament. After their win 2 nights ago, we spoke with Buff and Blue head coach Kale Ane. What are your feelings like going into that game, knowing that it's going to be for the ILH crown and the state tournament berth?
Well, we're excited. We always talk about opportunities, just having a chance to compete. That's what we have right now. We could have made things a lot easier a couple of weeks ago, but, you know, it's a testament to Kamehameha and St. Louis tonight for coming back. So it's a tough league, and we're just happy to have an opportunity to play.
Each week it's not getting easier. Talk about your team keeping that mental toughness week by week.
Well, it's do or die, you know, and the kids know that, and we know that going in. You just have to kind of ease your way. We don't want to be ready Monday. We got to be ready Thursday.
Been lots to cheer about for Punahou in 2011. Like the Warriors, 6-1 in ILH play.
The first time they met this season, Buff and Blue beat the Warriors 17-14. That was October 1st. October 15th, payback for the boys from Kapalama, winning 17-10. Kamehameha head coach David Stant has his eyes on number 4.
You gotta stop Laka. You know, that's the bottom line. You know, they put them all over. They do a great job getting them the ball all over the field in the open field. So we gotta stop Laka. And hopefully we can control the ball a little bit more in offense. Our guys, we've been having real good positive practices. I think we're physically ready. Mentally, it was a little bit hard because you don't know to prepare for Punahou, or, you know, you're off for 2 more weeks. So now they know what the results are. So I think from now until next week, Thursday, we got to get mentally prepared for them.
Next week's one-game playoff between Kamehameha and Punahou, a first in the ILH since 2005.
You're watching the High School Blitz on KITV.
Friday afternoon, some day play in the ILH. Damien at Iolani.
Andrew Okimura blocking Trevor Caspillo's punt, and he got the recovery.
That led to a touchdown for the Raiders. On defense, this is Maxwell Look with an INT off Siles Choi.
Our camera getting all NFL films on us. Iolani's the 4-time defending Division II state champion.
They head back to state. That's race 4 today in Arakawa. 11-yard touchdown. Regular season finale for both teams. Raiders winning 38-3. Monarchs 0-9 in 2011. Outscored a combined 349-47. Also next week, before the OIA's Red Division Championship game, it's the White Division title matchup.
Pearl City, the top seed, undefeated in league play this season at 8-0. They face number 3 Waipahu.
And Marauders 6-2 in OIA White play this season, losing a 13-8 loss to Pearl City back on October 1st.
By the time they kick off come next week, both teams will have had 2 weeks to get ready.
I think the bye week's a good thing for us. Heal up a lot of the nicks and stuff that we got in the last couple of weeks, and then come back fully strength. I think it's a good bye.
I think it's good for us. Pro City, you know, they got a lot to offer on offense and defensively. So by watching game films and preparing, you know, it's better we have a bye. And also, like I said, we got to get our guys, you know, injury-free.
Chargers led by quarterback Kaimi Paredes, 1,813 yards passing, 25 touchdowns.
Waipahu's main man is running back Gregory Alip, 809 yards on the ground, 14 trips into the end zone.
Big week next week. Kahuku, Farrington, OIA Red Division Championship game Friday night.
On Thursday, it'll be Punahou, Kamehameha, in a 1-game playoff for the ILH title.
Also on Friday, Pearl City, Waipahu for the OIA's White Division crown.
That puts a wrap on our high school blitz. Jemai, the fish on the shirt. Come on, one time.
This one, right?
Yeah, the big one. Come on.
Humu humu, nuku nuku, apua'a.
Yes! Yes! Okay,
Asma olelo Hawaii.
Jemai, Brandy, good morning.
Ahuyo.
Aloha.